It's your boy John Blaze, dashing ain't a passion, you know what it do. It's a lovely Saturday. It is 41 degrees, and we just got an order after declining 2 orders. And this order is a stacked order from Safeway. I believe it was $22 or $23, and said an hour and 15 miles. And so yeah, we took it, and I gotta go make room in my car because I know it's gonna be a big order. So I'm gonna go empty my trunk real quick and then fly over to Safeway, grab that, and yeah, you know what to do. Anyways, I hope y'all having a blessed day, make it your best day, and let's go ahead and do the word of affirmation today. All right, say it with me. We gonna have an amazing day. We gonna make a lot of money, and everything's gonna go smooth. 100. What's good? All right, we back at it. I got those 2 orders picked up. I didn't have to shop for them. They're like 2 full shopping carts, so my trunk is filled right now. A lot of sodas, a lot of water, some milk and stuff like that. Anyways, at least I didn't have to shop for it. We got like 16 minutes for the first drop off, and that is 7 miles, so it looks like the mileage is about split, so that's cool. And it looks like we might have this done before an hour, so that makes me really happy, but we'll see how it goes. I don't want to talk too early. And but yeah, I hope y'all having an amazing day, making lots of money. Did anyone dash on Christmas and make a lot of money? How'd that go for y'all? I tried for a little bit in the morning, but I just couldn't do it. Taking small orders. There was only 3 shops open. So yeah, and I wasn't trying to wait around all day for it to start getting busy. I'm sure a lot of y'all made some money and stuff, probably around lunch and dinner. But anyways, oh man. It is 43 degrees, so it's a little chilly today, but we doing it moving. A little bit overcast, slightly sprinkling. But you know what? We keeping our attitude at a high latitude and staying focused and motivated. And we doing it moving. Anyways, I'll keep y'all updated. Stay up. One love. We back at it. I just did that delivery, and it was at a mobile home park, and the lady was disabled. There's a young boy out there working, cleaning, you know, and I just felt really good to drop him off. He's like, oh, there's groceries, you know what I mean? Talked to him for a minute. You get a good Christmas gift? He's like, yeah, I got Smash Brothers, you know. I used to play that game as a kid, so that's what's up. Anyways, we got 5 minutes to the second drop off. It is 10:37, so that's what's up. Anyways, we're gonna keep it moving. I'll keep y'all posted, keep y'all updated if anything pops up. But right now it's going smooth, so catch y'all in a minute. 100. So that's where I gotta drop it off. What's good? Ooh, sorry, your boy's a little out of breath. I had to run up and down that ramp like 3-4 times. There was a lot of sodas. And yeah, so it's interesting, you know, that stack order was probably one of the poorest neighborhoods, all the way to, you know, one of the most expensive neighborhoods, living on the dock and stuff like that, you know, living on a boat, a houseboat. So I haven't looked at like what tips were what, but I'm kind of curious because I know sometimes people that got it ain't tipping, and a lot of times people that ain't got it, they tip a little bit better. Like me, I don't really got it like that, but I try to tip good because I know, you know, that helps people get their income and stuff like that, and people are dependent upon a certain amount of money every month. So I would hate to be the reason why someone gets kicked out of their home or something, or can't afford groceries because I didn't tip, because I wanted to be, you know, what's it called, greedy, and not pass it on. I believe in tip karma, so you know, what you put out comes right back to you, and a lot of times a lot bigger, you know. So anyways, I hope y'all having a great day. We got that order done with. 16 minutes to get back to the zone. It is 10:51. So yeah, we're doing pretty good. I'm sorry, that beep been driving me crazy. But anyways, I'm out of breath. I worked a little bit for that money, you know what I mean? Anyways, one love. I'll catch y'all in a minute. Okay, we just got back to the zone. It's been exactly an hour from that first drop off. So I'm gonna take this order, $8, one item, 17 minutes. Let's get it. What's good? Okay, we had to wait like 10 minutes for that. They did not have the one item. It was a vegetable platter. So yeah, I had to wait 10 minutes for them to make it. But we got it. About a 4-minute drop off. I'm on my way right now. 100. All right, we sitting at 30. $1 for an hour and a half. Not too bad. That one took up like 15 minutes, 20 minutes, something like that. A little bit longer than I like, but it's all good. We're gonna keep it moving, and hopefully we get some good orders rolling in. Keep the momentum going, you know. Anyways, we mobbing and smashing through. About to head back to the zone. I'm just a minute away, you know. Stay positive, stay focused, stay patient, keep grinding, keep hustling, reach your goals. Know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Because, you know, dashing ain't a passion. It's kind of like gambling, boy. And most people don't like to be gambling with their paycheck, with their life. And if they gonna have money to get what they need in life, you know what I mean? So, DoorDash makes money off of new dashers coming in and not knowing what to take and what not to take, and what they're worth and what the cost is. And at the end of the day, see, they're banking on new dashers not even thinking about taxes or car maintenance or gas or any of that stuff. You know what I mean? They just trying to keep you busy, keep you working. When you first jump on as a new dasher, they're gonna give you some good orders. They're gonna make it seem like it's really easy. You know what I mean? But then watch, like, later on in the day or the next couple of days, you're gonna start seeing a trend where it's gonna go back to normal, how everyone else is getting, you know what I mean? So I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Even if you don't dash for a long time, like let's say 6 months, and then you jump back in, they treat you like a new dasher. So everything's all kosher for a little while, you know? You're like, man, this is nice, this is easy, I'm making good money, damn, whoop-de-whoop, you know? And then, like, you know, reality kicks in. You're like, dang, I gotta change oil, like, you know, in half the time, or maybe like 2/3 the time earlier, you know? Where normally you might have to do it only every 3 to 6 months or something like that, you know, 3 months or so. And now you got to do it every month. And before, you weren't spending a lot of money on gas, but now maybe you're spending like $400 or $500 a month on gas. Ooh, and the wear and tear on your tires, your brakes, and all that other stuff, all that other maintenance, it all adds up. Insurance. If you mess up and you park wrong and you get a ticket, you're gonna pay the price. You know what I mean? That's happened to me many times. So it is what it is. That's why you see I got that little FP dot up on my window and stuff. And it's like, you know, the ticket. So if they check, they're like, oh, someone's got a ticket, let's go look at it. Boom, it'll say, y'all. You know what I mean? Y'all are just thieves, stealing money out of my paycheck and stuff like that. and parking illegally while you're writing me tickets and stuff like that. You ain't setting a good example for nobody. You know what I mean? So anyways, we keeping it moving. I've been ranting and raving for a couple minutes, you know, but I mean, who just wants to see like a dasher just banking and making a lot of money when you're a regular dasher and, you know, you're struggling? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to show y'all the real, the highs, the lows, the hustle, the struggle, and all in between. You know what I mean? Because that's the reality of things. Every day ain't gonna be like a $200 day or something like that. Now, I used to work 9 hours every day for a long time. That was my routine for dashing in the gig economy, you know. And honestly, it really burnt me out, you know. My back, like, you know, the gamble, like you work so hard and you do such a great job, but somehow you didn't make enough money to cover your expenses and stuff like that. And you get an eviction notice and you're grinding and working your ass off, you know, and you still can't do it. And you end up, you know, living out of your Prius with your dog on the Portland, Oregon streets, you know, out of my Prius, and then grinding and going through the struggle and able to save up enough money to get this van so I can at least stretch out and not have a messed up back every morning when I wake up, you know, and have a little bit of privacy. So, you know, that's what it is. We're trying to stay positive. We're trying to stay motivated. We're trying to better our situation and move forward and help others along the way. If you get anything from this video, if it's good entertainment, whatever, you know, leave a tip, leave a like in the tip cup. You know what I mean? Like, subscribe, hit that notification bell to all so you get every post I make. You know what I mean? So you ain't miss nothing. Anyways, we in it together. I hope y'all having a lovely day. Right now it's 11:34. I am back at the zone and we chilling like a villain. And hopefully we get some orders rolling in and make some good money. All right, 100. All right, we're gonna take this one. All right, what's good? We got that order shop for. It is grabbed and bagged, and we are 11 minutes away, about 3 miles. Right now it is 11:58, so we're making pretty good progress. I can't complain. Let's see, it is Saturday, but it's after Christmas. It is the end of the month. You know, people got bills to pay. They probably just spent a lot of money this Christmas. You know, some people just got a lot of money, so they're feeling a little generous. So it's gonna be hit or miss, you know? But we're gonna stay positive, keep the momentum going, and stay elevated. And yeah, I'll keep y'all updated if anything else pops up, you know. But until then, 100. All right, we got that order dropped off. As you can see, sitting at $43.75, 2 hours and 24 minutes, 3 out of 7. Let's check out grid-wise. 2 hours and 10 minutes. So not too bad. Anyways, I'm about to head back to my zone. I'm a little out of breath, so sorry about that, y'all. 100. All right, what's good? We just back up, headed to our zone, and we got an order from Safeway. We took it, 34 minutes. I think it was like $12 or something like that, and 6 items. So hopefully we can get there in about 7 minutes, in and out in about 7 minutes. Hopefully a quick drop off, less than 10. Hopefully, I'm trying to get it less than 30. You know what I mean? Can't always do that, but that's what we shoot for. Try to be quick when you're in the store, you know. And if you have an issue, you know, and there's a lot of back and forth between the customer, some people don't even message the customer back, honestly. You know, there's a lot of times that can cause a lot of setbacks and holdbacks. So, you know, I do it once or twice, you know, especially if they're really polite, what have you, you know. I'm always trying to do the best customer service as possible, but I'm not gonna forfeit my earnings by wasting my time. You know, like the other day I spent like 10 minutes trying to get one lemon, you know what I mean? And yeah, it definitely wasn't worth the back and forth and the stress, and it stressed the customer out, stressed me out, you know, and just kind of wasted our time. So that's something to think about when you're doing a shop and deliver order and messaging the customer and responding. You know, keep it light and simple, you know, and courteous. That's it, you know. Don't just stand there waiting around for them to respond for one item that could take however long time for them to respond. If they don't respond within a minute, all right, you need to keep shopping for everything else and loop back, because they might not even respond, period. You know, so don't waste your time and keep it moving, you know, and then you can double back at the end, wrap it up with whatever's left over. Just like if you're taking a test and you're not too sure about the answer for a question, you just pass it up and you go to the next one. And then at the end, review and adjust. You know, go with the best choice. You know, at least you did your best. And but having that pressure on you, you know, like, oh man, I gotta get this done, do this, that, and the next. That'll hold you back. That'll make you make mistakes. So, anyways, that's just a little information for y'all. I hope it helps. I don't know if it will or will not, but I wish someone told me that to begin with, honestly, you know, because I know there's these top dashers that are out here grabbing every order, messaging every customer, and, you know, doing their due diligence, you know, but we don't want to be wasting your time, the customer's time, etc., etc. So, you know, just take that into consideration. Don't spend 10 minutes on one item, especially one lemon or something like I did the other day, and they weren't even able to get it in the long run. You know, sometimes the app will not allow you to add a suggested you know, alternative or substitute or what have you, you know. So that's where the issue I ran into the other day, because I couldn't add it. I tried to, I wanted to, I went back to the spot 6 times. I tried everything, you know, it just didn't work. And, you know, the customer thought that I was just trying, I think the customer thought that I was just trying to avoid getting a lemon, you know. But in all honesty, getting the lemon is gonna help me, you know, because I'm trying to get the best rating as possible and get an item as quickly as possible and correct, you know, so my accuracy is right. I'm trying to keep that pro shopper as much as possible, and yeah, you know. But anyways, I'm like 2 minutes away. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. I'll keep you updated. One love. What's good? We got that order picked up. It's grabbed and bagged. We're in and out in 5 minutes, boy. We got a 4-minute drive, so everything's going smooth. We're gonna keep it up, keep the momentum going. Drop this off, head back to the zone. It's like 3 minutes back. Boom. Hopefully we get another order from the same spot. Yeah, it's like today has been a lot of shop and deliver or pick up from Safeway and deliver. But yeah, I'm stoked. Today's doing good. Oh yeah, Mana wants to say what's up to y'all. Say what's up, Mana. Yes, sir. Okay, we sitting at 53.50. It is 12:41. I got about 50 minutes left of my shift. Usually I go to 1:30. If we don't get any orders in the next 10 minutes, I'm close it out and call it a wrap. Let's see what Gridwise says for my time. Gridwise says 2 hours and 40 minutes. Not bad. We keeping it moving for $53. I mean, it's about 7 short, but maybe we can get that. Anyways, I'm gonna head back to my zone, and I hope it goes real smooth for y'all and y'all making money. Damn, I almost got banged. Oh, we got an offer. This one says $6.75 for 23 minutes, 4 miles. I am good. Decline. Anyways, I gotta stay focused. I'm gonna catch y'all in a minute. 100. I mean, that's not that bad of an order, but it kind of takes me out of my zone. I'm not trying to double back. They're like, all right, you don't want to do that one? We're gonna send you this one that's even farther. No, thank you. All right, this one just came in. We're getting a little bit closer to what I'd like to end with, but we gonna pass on this one. Hey, who take this order? Honestly, hit me up in the comments. Like, for real? $3.25 for 18 minutes and 2 miles, and it could be longer than that? Who takes that? How can you afford to live like that? I mean, this one's 23 minutes, which isn't that bad, but the mileage, and it takes me way out of my zone. It could be like 30, 40 minutes to get back. I mean, in total. So I'm not gonna take that one. Again, this one isn't too bad. I would take it, but I think I can do a little bit better. I still got like 40 minutes of my shift, so yeah, we're gonna decline this one too. High paying offer, huh? How is $5.75 a high paying offer? That don't make no kind of sense. Anyways, I mean, it isn't that bad of an offer, but like I said, I'm trying to just do one more, hopefully like 30, 40 minutes, and we're done. So I'm gonna decline. Okay, this order just came in. I'm gonna take it. As you can see, it keeps me right in my zone, brings me right back. So I might be able to get one more order after this. If not, that's cool. Except, let's get it. All right, we about to end the dash at 61.75. 3 hours, 19 minutes, 5 out of 18. Let's look and see what grid-wise says. 3 hours, 0.1. Not too bad. So basically a little bit less than 20 an hour, or right around 20 an hour. Let's see what the miles were. Miles were 32, so almost a gallon of gas. But yeah, we could say it's probably like, I don't know, 58 or something minus the gas. So not too bad. Anyways, I would keep it pushing, but my dog, he's really having a hard time. He's whining at me a lot, like pretty consistently. So I gotta get him some food, get him a walk, you know. But all in all, I think we did pretty good, sitting at 61.75. And I think I had only like $5 to begin with. So, I mean, not too bad. Half day, 60 bucks. I would go back out there and grind and hustle some more. But man, Mono's having a hard time, bro. So anyways, you know what to do. Mono, say what's up. That's right, buddy. So anyways, it's your boy, John Blaze. Dashing ain't a passion. You know what it do. Call us a wrap, because it's a wrap. 100.